What's up, guys, and welcome to another video, and let's get ready to wake up and react to another episode of Haikyu. Or let's go to bed, really. Episode 4. It's really late. It's like, probably midnight. Sorry. Anyway, last episode was right before the match. That's where it ended, right before their match with the other two freshmen. We met them. Definitely more to... I forgot their names, but I wrote it on the other page. Okay. K, there's definitely more to K than just the instigator. That's, you guys, thank you for that in the comments. He does instigate, but I just feel like it's almost like it's a learned behavior. Like, I don't want to be cliche and say it's a way of like protecting himself, but maybe throwing people off their, maybe he feels so, I feel like it comes from a feeling of inferiority, and it's like he wants to make others feel as maybe inferior or question themselves, maybe as much as he might question himself, or feel a little, yeah, like less confident in themselves than they usually are. And yes, it could be a tactic just for the game, but I don't think that that's all that it is. It runs deeper. And again, I could be completely wrong about all of this. Completely wrong, but I think there's just something to that that's a way of, yeah, protecting himself, keeping others at a distance, something. Sho and Kageyama came a long way. Sho now knows how to receive well from, so he finally like tossed to him, so that was a big step. Is there anything else? I feel like there was, but I can't remember. Like, I felt like there was something else, but I can't remember. But no, and oh yeah, you guys suggested like they have this chemistry. K and oh fuck me, I already forgot his name. Tadashi. Not chemistry, like this synergy, almost like they have like this like hive mind, like they just they know what each other are thinking, like they actually know. That's kind of how it feels. Anyway, they're very in sync. So anything else? Sorry. I was kind of fine right before this. I was coughing a little bit, but now it's like bad. Anyway, let's just move on. Sorry about this. Hoping it goes away. But yeah, I did read this, but I'll read it again for you guys. I read it before the reaction. So, the volleyball player is not a soloist, but a member of an orchestra. When the player begins to think, I'm special, Kageyama, that player is finished. And I like that. Director of the Brazilian men's volleyball team, ranked #1 in the world, Bernardo Rezende. I think that's how you say that. That's cool. That I see. This is so true. Like, you're a team. It's a team sport. So you doing things all on your own, or thinking that you can win a game all on your own, not gonna work. Not gonna work. But I'm sure we're gonna get more into like why that whole king thing is a trigger for him. Yeah, something definitely happened at that match. I think his team walked away from him. Anyway, let's jump into it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think this is him. Kageyama. Yep. Nobody was there. I think they just gave up. No one was ever good enough for you. He's already started. Kill him! Show that! He's so cute! He's so cute. The view from the summit. Put your shirt back on, dude. Oh my god. For once that did not work in his favor. Sometimes it works to the opponent's favor. Fires them up, makes them play harder. Is it gonna go well for you? Doubt it. No way. No way. No way. Nope. No way. And he was there. Damn. Man, he's a giant. Well, he's fast, so maybe like make sure they're on opposite sides of the court. Oh. He's quick. Oh. That threw him off. Love the intensity. It has something to do with his egocentricity. God, that would be annoying to deal with. Like, bro, you need to lift us up, not put us down. Not like, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Better, faster, you know? Like... That too, even if you're better than them, you can't play... Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pause. Move faster! Jump higher! See, this is the thing. If he really is better than them, you're a team. You have to work together. You can't force them to play at your level if they're not there. It's not gonna work. In practices, just work on getting them there, you know, or as close as they can get to your level. But, like, they're right. You can't give them a serve that they can't receive, or they can't spike, a toss they can't spike, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're right. Don't play like there's a bunch of yous on the court. It's not you. It's just, it's not. It's people with different skill sets and different levels of skill. You know what I mean? So, would it be nice if they were all as good as you? Maybe, but they're not. You gotta work with what you've got, kind of thing. Then again, I get it. I get why he's frustrated, but like, if you were faster, we could win. And I understand the frustration and like the feeling of being stuck and helpless. And clearly it got to him. I don't know the solution to this. Like, you're in the match right now. I don't know, maybe like take a timeout and like confer with your team and figure out a strategy. I don't know. But then again, I've never played volleyball. I don't know if you get a bunch of timeouts or you just get one or you don't get any. I don't know how that shit works. So, anyway, but I'm just saying, I agree with his team. Isn't there like a saying, I could be so wrong here, but a team is only as good as its worst player? Maybe that's the case here as well. I don't know. It's kind of what I was saying, wasn't it? Yeah. Even the coach was disappointed in him. Maybe. Sho would be the perfect one to receive that. It's the rejection that got to him that really shocks me. Oh, Sho! His optimism is contagious. They need that. They need that. He's there! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! There was someone there this time. Oh! Yes! See? See? Oh, was it out? Yes! Hey, they did what I said to do, bro. Love it. Is that what that is? Don't you ever! Nothing's impossible. Oh, your weakness. They're gonna turn some shit around. It's going exactly how I thought it would. It's a struggle in the beginning, and then they do great in the end. Bet. Oh! Oh! Hey, You'll get it next time. Say something like that. Oh, I'm so proud of him for saying that. Toss a little slower, just a little slower. Oh, oh, Sho. You'll figure it out. It takes time. You can do it. He does have a lot of control. Ooh. Coordinate it with his movements. If it's too fast for him, slow it down a tad, you know? Set it perfectly for him. Oh god. You know how many fan fictions are written about these two? Oh, I could just see it now. He'll put it there perfectly for you. He's got perfect ball control. So he'll put it where it needs to be for you. Makes perfect sense. Yes, he can, if it's right where he needs it to be. He's got the perfect ball control, right? Oh! Holy shit! Yes! Sho! Look it! Was he scared? Aww. I told you, man, that ball control, baby. He's so cute. Yeah. Does that mean you're gonna close your eyes every time? That's impressive, though. Oh, his face. There you go. It should be fun. You want to feel that again? I love this character so much. He's one of my favorite anime characters in a while. Will he? Ooh. Get past it. Oh, if you can't spike it, avoid it. Ooh! Show! He's quicker than you. He's quicker than you. Then you'll just be faster. Please be in bounds, please. Oh my god, but with a team. Oh my god, I love it. Yay! Right? Right? Sometimes I second guess myself in what I saw. I love it. He's like, ah, yes, that feeling. I love it. Those two, man. Gosh, they're so cute. What can I say, man? I feel like I repeat myself every episode, but I'm loving it. See, I'm so proud of the boys, man. They're doing great. They see. So Hinata is Sho. Should I call him Hinata? I want to call him Sho. I think Sho's cuter, but I'll write this down so I don't forget. Hinata equals Sho. Then we've got Tanaka, Sugawara. Sugar. We've got Kageyama. Suki / K. I don't remember the other guy's name, but forget it. He's not really relevant right now. And the coach, or the captain. I don't remember his name. Daiji? I think it's Daiji. Yeah. Okay, to the review. I'm so proud of... I said almost combined their names. I almost said Kagewara. Anyway, no. Kageyama. This episode. I like that we got the background, first of all, on like why he was so traumatized and what he was traumatized by. So he was so egotistical on that court, just believing that like you all have to be at my level, and if you aren't, you're not good enough. You can't receive my tosses. You're not good enough. Be better, be better, be better. I don't think that telling someone be better is always the right approach. In some situations, I could see how it might be motivating, but in that situation, like, it wasn't supposed to be like a motivational phrase. It was more so like an insult. You're not good enough. You're not as good as me, so you're like not good enough to be on this court right now. Be better, so you deserve to be here. All that kind of. That's kind of how it felt. And again, like I said earlier, a team's only as strong as its weakest link. I think that phrase is true, because if they can't receive your tosses, how the fuck is it gonna work? It's not gonna work. Oh my god, sorry, I was just remembering. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race before this. Let me tell you something, you ugly bitch. I just love the way he says it. So funny, like the sass and everything was so good. They were doing a skit, so funny. Anyway, because they all had like really ugly makeup on, that's why he said. Anyway, sorry. It was like in my head before this. I kept repeating it to myself and laughing. Anyway, um, yeah. So your team's only as strong as the weakest link. And if they can't receive, it's not gonna work. So you need to work like he did with Show. Work with what you've got. You know, if you're better than them, I hate saying it, but like you've got to work at their level. I don't want to say bring yourself down to their level, but like work with their skill set, right? You can't expect them to be, if they're not as good as you, or if they haven't harnessed their potential, you know, fine-tuned it like Show needs to do, which will take time. Then like I said, play or work with what you've got. And once he did that, I mean, it's kind of funny. Like Show doesn't really have to try that hard. He's just gotta like just be there, and I'll set it up perfectly for you. But I don't want to say he doesn't have to try that hard, but it's definitely more. I think a little more falls on Kageyama. At least a lot more control and responsibility. But anyway, the fact that he could just like line up the target like that. Like, did you see that? Like what is that called? Like the in the crosshairs. I don't know if that's what it is. Anyway, target. Let's just call it target. Okay. Anyway, he did it. He lined it up perfectly that first time, and it worked. And he didn't even have to open his eyes. He said, "Well, you told me to not watch the ball, and if I have my eyes open, I'm gonna watch the ball." So it worked, though. Maybe it'll get to a point where he doesn't have to close his eyes every time for now, though. What works, works. You know what I mean? And I love that he said, "This is fun. It should be fun. If it's your passion, it shouldn't feel like work. It shouldn't feel like a burden or like a lot of weight just like bearing you down, you know? It should be fun. It should." I know, I'm so happy that cuz he's so tightly wound all the time, you know? He's so caught up in just having to win and not really enjoying himself. And you see that he was finally able to. He's kind of like letting loose a bit, and I just think that's awesome for him. I'm happy for him. He and Show like his endless optimism. And you see with Kei or Suki, he's very he's definitely more of a pessimist. And I think once they're all, because we're obviously all going to be on the same team at some point, playing together, I think that his optimism, when everyone's feeling very like down and out, he's going to be that one voice just constantly saying like, "We can do it. Why are you guys giving up? Like, it's not over yet. We can do it. We can do it." And I think at first it's going to be kind of like, at least for Suki, like, yeah, okay. But eventually he's gonna start to believe it, like, I guess we can. And he needs that. I think he needs that. Because for me, like, I'm somebody who's very pessimistic when it comes to myself. I have a hard time seeing the bright side of things or staying optimistic. And but when it comes to other people, I'm very much like Show. Like, I tell them, like, I'm sure you've experienced it yourselves, like, you can do it. Like, when I say experience it yourselves, I mean like me being like that with like other characters. Like, I'm always telling them, like, don't give up. You can do it. Like, it's not over until it's over, right? So to never stop. Don't quit. And it's okay to like not be perfect. Like in Show's case, like, okay, you're not the perfect player. Everyone's got things that they need to work on. Maybe you more so like than other people. But again, like, this is your first time playing on a team. It's your first time actually getting to fully experience the sport. You know what I mean? Like, before, you were playing with people who didn't really know what they were doing. All of these people know what they're doing and they can help you. And, like, you can really play now. Like, I'm just saying, like, he, most of the time, had to play by himself. And I think that you can only get so good like that by playing with other people and against other people. That's how you get the experience and you grow. And yeah, I'm just saying that optimism, I kind of like circle back here. That optimism though, that thing, like, it keeps him going. Like, yeah, he knows that he's not as good as other people, but he never gives up. And so, like, again, if he had all this raw potential but just gave up because he sucked right now, well, then that would be wasted potential now, wouldn't it? But the fact that he doesn't, he's gonna get there, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna get there. He's gonna get to Kageyama's level. It's just gonna take some time. And maybe it'll take him longer to get there than him. Maybe like Kageyama was just out of the womb perfect. Okay, I mean, I know he wasn't, but you know what I mean. Like, maybe some people just get good fast. Maybe it'll take Sho more time than other people, and that's fine, though. Because you got time, bro. You got time. So don't rush it either, you know? That's another thing. Like, he was like, be perfect, be at my level, like, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. Didn't it take time? You got the first toss and spike thing, like the fast attack, quick attack. The first time, the next couple times, it was off. But you guys tweaked it and fine-tuned it until, bam, it was perfect, right? And that see what comes with practice? Takes time. Everything takes time. I'm so proud of them, though. They didn't give up. Even when he was over there, Suki was trash talking the whole time. They still didn't give up. And yeah, I like how they kind of like, they Sho more so rubbed off on Kageyama than Kageyama rubbed off on Sho. I mean, learn from him, but I'm talking like more personality-wise. I think Sho rubbed off more on Kageyama. But then I like how Suga, I want to call him Suga because of BTS, but I'll call him Sugar. It's Sugar, right? But maybe, oh yeah, so Sugar, I like the speech he gave to Kageyama, like, hey, I'm a setter too, I'm not as good as you. You have a lot of potential, not potential, a lot of talent, and yeah, like your team may not be as good as you, so like instead of you trying to make your team come up to your level, like maybe work with what he's got, you know. And once he did that, once he worked with what Sho had, it worked. But like he needed to hear that, you know what I mean? So, and I kind of felt bad because Sugar was like kind of being really, he was being honest, but he was being kind of putting himself down a bit. You could see the like, I don't know the right emotion, the right word for it, like not just sadness, more like maybe he was disappointed in himself a bit. Like he wishes he could be better, but he's not. And he knows he might not ever be or won't ever be as good as him. Yeah, I think that did make him a little sad, yeah. But regardless, I'm so proud of him for having the courage to say that, especially in front of like all those other people. And I like how when Tanaka, very much like me, where I would have said, hey, wait, don't say that about yourself. It's like, not the time, you know? Like Daichi was like, bro, let him say this. Let him get it out because he needs to hear it. And maybe he needs to say it, you know? Sometimes we just gotta let things out, like get it off our chest. And I know that couldn't have been easy to maybe admit to himself, especially out loud to somebody else, and again, in front of all of those people. So I want to just like take a moment to give him like a pat on the back because that would be something that would be really hard for me to do. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, like Tanaka, that was so cute. Hey, wait, don't say that about yourself, bud. So he's sweet. He's a good kid. I like him. And we got to see that the captain is a good receiver. Sugar's their setter. Tanaka's their spiker, or was their spiker. You can have more than one though, so I guess he still is. Maybe like Sho and Tanaka will be the spikers, and Sugar and Kageyama will be the setters. Daichi and I don't remember the other guy's name. I'm gonna try to remember it without looking because this is gonna feel so good if I can get it. Tadashi are the receivers. What's K? A block. He was blocking, but that can't be his only job. I don't remember. Anyway, I guess it's not really relevant right now, but I just wanted to try to figure it out. Was there anything else in the episode I wanted to talk about? I like how the coach sat Kageyama out for being like that on the court, and I'm proud of them. Proud of the team for saying, all right, we're done with you, bro. Enough's enough. Because it's a lesson that he had to learn. So I like that we got that background and understood now finally why he's so scared. And like why, one, he doesn't like being called that now. Because the rejection, that I like how it all circled back to that. Like he didn't like feeling rejected. It hurt. It showed him like his humanity. He acts very like very much so like a robot, I guess you would say. Like nothing touches him, nothing hurts him. He's all like no nonsense, very serious all the time, and it was kind of nice to see him vulnerable, and show too, like being kind of vulnerable with Kay. Like, hey, bro, he was talking shit to him. You should just give up. You're never gonna be good enough. You know, maybe if you were 30 centimeters taller, but you know what? Fuck you. I may not be fast enough, sure. Or, sorry, I fucked that up. I may not be tall enough, but I'm faster than you. And if I can get to the other side of the court where you're not at and beat you there, boom, spike it, and I win. Well, I get a point, I should say. I'll beat you to the summit. If I'm a little faster, I can beat you there. You know? And then I stand a chance. And, anyway, back to Kageyama. Like, the whole thing with that, yeah, like, a lot of this whole episode, people were just, like, standing up for themselves or admitting things to themselves. A lot of personal growth. I love it. Anyway, back to, what were they saying? He let go of that egocentricity a bit. Not completely, not 100%. It's still there, very much so there. But he needed that experience. Yeah, he needed that. Because again, like I said, the team finally... Oh, okay, yeah, it was the rejection. I was trying to figure out where I was. Yeah, the rejection. I love that it circled back to that. Like I said, it showed his humanity. And I like that he's not perfect. It showed that he's not perfect. And it wasn't like the obvious thing, like, oh, well, he thinks he's perfect, and he acts like his shit doesn't stink, and he fucking walks on air and shit, and walks on water, whatever. I like that he was rejected. Like, hey, you're not perfect. And, like, someone kind of outright said it. Like, hey, we're done with your bullshit. We're done with you making us feel like we're not enough. Maybe there's something wrong with you. Check yourself. You know? And that introspection, and maybe it took someone else saying it in a different way, but he finally got there. And look what happened. The two that would be a perfect fit, that needed to get their shit together and be able to work together, finally became that. They came together as a perfect fit. And they might pull out this win. Anyway, I really don't know what else to say about the episode. I hope that I tied all of this up in a nice, neat little bow. I know sometimes I can go, and it might not make sense. You might have to watch it twice, my reviews sometimes, but anyway, yeah. Sorry when I laugh, like I go into a coughing fit. Anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you guys want full reactions, you can catch that on my Patreon. The link for that's in the description below, so please check that out. And yeah, oh, by the way, Demon Slayer is going to be over in 2 weeks. So I want you guys to think about another show, to replace it. So, yeah. Whether that be a show that is currently airing or will be currently airing, or if it's an older show, I don't care. Really, it's up to you guys, but let me know. Give me some thoughts, some suggestions in the comments, and I will consider them. And, yeah. I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and I'll catch you in the next reaction.